Thank you for joining us and a warm welcome to the program. It has now been over 3 months since the Malian opposition leader, Soumalia Cisse, was kidnapped in the center of the country by armed men. The 71-year-old politician is still in the hands of his captors, and his relatives fear that this might not end well for him. Today we take a look at this unprecedented abduction of a political figure since the start of the crisis in Mali. On June 15th, Mali's President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta said Soumalia Cisse, who was kidnapped days before the country's parliamentary election in March, is alive. In a speech in the capital, Bamako, Keïta said the government had proof that Cisse was still alive and the government knows who his captors are. But since then, President Keïta has said nothing about the abductors. Despite a years-long conflict raging in Mali, Soumalia Cisse's abduction was the first of a politician of his rank. Security officials have since said they suspect Al-Qaeda-linked fighters of being behind the kidnapping, and now the youth wing of his party, the Union for Republic and Democracy URD party, are threatening a series of actions to press for the release of their leader. Demba Traore is the communication secretary of the party and now joins us from Bamako. Demba, good to have you with us. Today marks 100 days since the leader of your party, the opposition in Mali, disappeared. What do you know about the fate of Soumalia Cisse as of today?
Depuis ce rapt jusqu'à l'heure où je vous parle, nous n'avons reçu aucune information.
Since his abduction up until today that I am talking to you, we have received no information on the identity of the kidnappers and the reason for his abduction. We have no claim. We remain mobilized locally, however. The URD is a strongly established party, especially in this region, which also made contacts, though the contacts have been fruitless. So, it was when the President of the Republic made an address on June 16 that we learned that the kidnappers were actually known, that the President knew where he was detained, and that he would be released very soon. It's been 15 days since he made this very soon of a promise. We have been waiting for 15 days, and that has reinforced our worries, despite the hope aroused by the speech of the President. We are moving towards the 100th day of the release of Soumalia Cisse. Ahead of this day, we took advantage of the opportunity to challenge the President of the Republic to tell us when exactly he's very soon, what he meant by very soon.
And this didn't happen. June 16 came and has passed, and that is why you are calling for a demonstration tomorrow to denounce the response of the government to the abduction here.
As you would have noticed, it's 15 days after the announcement, yet we have no news, none. This is a crisis cell installed by the government, and our party is a member of this cell. We also do not have information, and this confirms the words of the President of the Republic. This cacophony reinforces our concerns. If we welcomed the establishment of this cell by the government, following a decree signed by the President of the Republic, we, however, remain hungry for the conduct of activities, because we told ourselves that Soumalia Cisse was going to be released shortly. And if this cell is not doing what it's supposed to do, there is a problem.
Take it further now into broader politics. Where are you in the middle of the campaigns taking place for the removal or resignation of President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, IBK?
The UDR is a part of a grouping that we call the FSD, Front for Safeguarding Democracy, which was set up after the presidential elections of 2018. The FSD is a member of this movement. June 5, that is to say, the movement which started the demonstrations to request the resignation of the President of the Republic. This is to tell you that we are at the heart of this movement. The abduction of Honorable Soumalia Cisse is one of the priorities at the heart of this movement. It is an abduction which is consecutive to the incompetence of our government. The government of Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta has to restore security in our country. The Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta regime has excelled in corruption, in mismanagement, all the ills that undermine our society, to the point of endangering the Malian nation. And we have said to ourselves that at some point we must put an end to this. We are a democratic country. The Constitution provides for the resignation of the President of the Republic, and the President of the Republic must resign. We are supporters of this movement.